Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're talking about Situational Awareness Day. Hi, my name is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman. I'm an intuitive psychic medium here in the Sugar Land area. That's just outside of Houston. I work with my angels and guides to assist my clients in many areas of their lives, to bring them special messages from loved ones who have passed, to dialogue with their angels for guidance into their own situation, or to assist them with their own psychic abilities. If you like my content, please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. That's right, September 26th is National Situational Awareness Day, and I know it's a tongue tie. I've tried to say this one a couple of times. So situational awareness is kind of really a word for being mindful and kind of being aware of what's really happening around us. And I have seen this, and I know you've seen this on many videos out on the internet. Someone walks into a moving car, or someone walks into a telephone pole because they're on their phone, and they're really not paying attention to what's right in front of them. And to me, it's one of those, it's really scary because they are so focused on one thing that's right in front of them. Everything else around them kind of gets blurred, and they almost kind of don't even realize what's happening until it's already in progress or already moving on. So one of the things is kind of just bring this to a highlight so you understand how important it is when you are out and about to be aware of other situations around you. There are times when you may feel like completely secure looking at your phone at the mall or at a store and you're not really paying attention. But I guarantee you, more often than not, you can feel other people's energy watching you. You can see other people's energy kind of keeping an eye on maybe where your purse is or where your child is. And I see this so many times, and a lot of times the parents that are with the child are oblivious. They're kind of not even situationally aware of what's going on. It's one of those, it's important to call our attention to, and mainly kind of call our attention to like many different dangerous situations that can happen in a blink of an eye, and then all of a sudden you just feel like, oh my gosh, it happened like this. But a lot of times it was already coming up in that person's mind, and if you're aware of it or able to feel or sense that energy, you can feel it coming up a lot sooner than that. So it's really important to take that time to be mindful around you. I know even people that are pushing their carts around, they'll have their cell phone out and looking at that, or they're talking on the phone, but they're really not being aware of what's going on around them. And that's what I want to call your attention to today. Many of our ancestors lived and were able to survive and thrive in their world because they were aware of what was going on around them. They knew where the prey was. They knew where, to be careful of this and that sort of thing. So they knew they had to be aware of what was going on to live, survive, and into thrival. And that's kind of an important situation of kind of like keeping an eye out on everything around you. And cell phones kind of just suck that energy out of us, and so many times we're just oblivious to what's going on. I'm accused of it as well. I am not calling anybody on this. What I'm saying is it's something to be aware of when you're out and about. Your cell phone really does suck your attention away, and sometimes it's not healthy. So let's pull a couple of angel cards and get us a deeper insight. And I've got a couple of them falling out right here. Harmony. A lot of times I think it's interesting when people are on their cell phones. They feel like they're happy, they feel like they're joyful, that sort of thing, and so they feel like they're in a harmonic setting, but they're really not. A lot of times people are doing it because they're calming themselves down as a self-soother kind of thing, to kind of calm themselves of what's going on around them. So many times I see people and I just want to grab their phone and go put it in your pocket or put it in your purse and deal with what's right in front of you, because that's the real life. The stuff that happens outside of our cell phone, outside of that little bitty screen in front of us, is real life, and that's where we really need to be pushing our energy and our focus. Next card. Truth and integrity. So many times people say, oh, I never touch my cell phone while I'm driving, or that sort of thing. I guarantee you more often than not, and it's not just at a stop sign or a stoplight or anything else, people are pulling out their cell phone. And it's a couple of different things. Sometimes it's just to change the song on the radio, but a lot of times it's, oh, I just got a text message. And I guarantee you what's most important is that text message is not worth someone else's life. That text message or that driving while you're reading that text message is not as important as someone else's life. And that's really important to be aware of. Many years ago, I had an aunt of mine that was driving, and she had a small child run out in front of her. And it happened right at the moment that she was changing the radio in her car. And it was one of those, it was something that she was never actually able to kind of work through or kind of get rid of that guilt of, like, I put my eyes down for just half a second to figure out which button I needed to push. And it was something that she was unable to kind of get rid of that guilt that she carried the rest of her life. And to me, that's not a happy guilt. That's guilt because you felt like you should have done something differently. And so that's really, really harsh. New beginnings. Let's start a new beginning today on National Situational Awareness Day on September 26th. Let's not drive with our cell phones in our hands. Let's not read a text message when our car is in motion. And when you're out with your family, make sure that you are aware of what's going on around your children, around your spouse, around you in particular, so that you can stay safe, so you can stay in this energy better and feeling like your family is more protected. Miracles. When we restart something and we kind of gain those miracles of, like, I've learned what not to do and now I'm changing my life and I'm upgrading this energy, this is something that can bring in many, many miracles. And I think that's really important. So many times we are putting our cell phones or answering a text message or a Facebook post or an Instagram post or TikTok or whatever it is more important than everything else around it. And it's really not. What's most important is what's right in front of us every day. And that's our family and our friends right there with us. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope that we'll be talking again soon.